Hey everyone, my name is Ashley for those of you who do not know me, and today we are out in the pool because it is hot and ain't nobody got time to be hot today. So if it's your first time on here, I've been sharing words that I get daily coupled with my thoughts behind them based off of knowledge and wisdom that I've learned along my journey, or experiences that I've experienced, or environments that I've been exposed to. So today, day 20, the word of the day is pressure. Now I have the definitions up. It is the use of persuasion, influence, or intimidation to make someone do something, and then the second one is continuous physical force exerted on or against an object. So there's two parts of pressure that I want to share with you guys today, and the first part is that when you are in the midst of pressure and you need to make a decision, you get to see what has been stirring up within you, because when you are being pressured and pushed, what is in you is going to come out. You don't have time to take a deep breath or hey, ask for a few moments to just really meditate on this. Like, you need to make a decision now, and what is it going to be? And those decisions are made from what you have been meditating on for weeks, what has been stirring up within your heart, what environments that you have been exposed to. Like, that's why it's so important to be aware of what you expose yourself to be aware of your thoughts that you're allowing to grow in your mind. Oh my goodness. And I know from the past, in the midst of pressure, I have made decisions that I actually didn't want to make, but because of my thought life, my consistent thought life, those are the decisions that I ended up making, right? And I had to take internal inventory and ask myself, like, is this really what I wanted, or is this just what I've been thinking about and haven't been in control of my thoughts, or haven't rewired my mind to think something else? And so as I did that internal inventory, I started asking myself, like, Ashley, who is it that you want to be in the midst of these situations? Like, what do you believe? What are you for? What are you not for? And man, later on down the line, because I did that inventory, when I was in the midst of similar situations, I got to get the outcome that I actually wanted. Man, and that feeling is amazing. So if you have time, like, go back to moments where you know that you were pressured to make a decision because of things that were, there was a time limit on them, and ask yourself, are these the decisions that I actually wanted to make, or are these just the decisions that I made because I didn't know what else to do, or because I didn't do the work in healing myself? There's a lot more that can go into that, but take a moment to see what decisions that you made in the midst of pressure. And then on the other side of pressure, when you are being influenced, when intimidation is coming up, when those guilt trips are coming up, what decisions are you making? What decisions are you making? A lot of people know Ashley girl is not going to do what she don't want to do. And that came out of me for years doing what everyone else wanted me to do. And I found myself in a place where I was living the life that other people wanted me to live, but I wasn't living the life that I want to live. So at the end of every day, I came up short. I came up depleted because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. And I was so scared of what this person was going to say. I was so scared, or I didn't want to have a guilt trip. And I ended up doing all these things that just had me waste time. And now I'm in a place where I know how to say no, I know how to create boundaries, and if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. If God doesn't want me to do it and it seems like a good thing, I'm still not going to do it. And if someone doesn't like it, I'm okay with it. It's fine. I don't love you any less. And I think that's the challenge, because before, I know that people would get mad at me, they would not want to talk to me, it seemed like they loved me less because I didn't do what they wanted me to do, and I just had to accept it and not change my mind, not love them any less, not do exactly what they're doing. And man, in the midst of these challenges, I have added to my communication when I'm asking someone for something, to let them know, like, hey, if you can't do this, it's fine. I'm not gonna change, I'm not gonna shift, I won't be offended. Like, if you have other things to do, it's fine. Do it. And I give that option to them because I know what it felt like to not have that option and not know how to say no, or not know how to create boundaries. And so doing my part to be able to make it an easier environment for those people until they have, the option, they have the skill set to say no and be okay with that. So I'd say also with that type of pressure to look at your environments around you and see who is it that's trying to get me to do something that I don't want to do? Who is it that's trying to get me to do something just for their own selfish ambitions? Who is it that's trying to intimidate me? Who is it that's trying to guilt trip me into doing something? And really evaluate and see, like, what is it that you need to do with those types of relationships? Do you need to create boundaries? Do you need to separate yourself until you have the skill set to create those boundaries? Like, what is it that you need to do? Because those are not healthy at all. So that's it. I hope that this blessed you all, and remember that you can do all things through Christ.